we have succeeded, the society has succeeded in raising people who cannot tell what their emotions are, who cannot even express it. They don't know what their emotions at time is, because we have failed as parents to teach our children to understand their emotions. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and when you are watching this. Again, my name is Charity Ibabuchi. For those who are watching me for the first time, by God's grace, I am a parent coach. I want to plead that you click the notification button to always get notifications when I am up. Do not forget to like, to share, to comment on this video. Alright, I want us to look at a very important one, and that is understanding our children's emotions and how to help your child understand their emotions. Why am I doing this? I have noticed that we have succeeded in raising people who are mean, men who do not understand their emotions, men who even cannot express their emotions. When I say men now, I mean both men and women. We have succeeded, the society has succeeded in raising people who cannot tell what their emotions are, who cannot even express it. They don't know the emotions they have per time is, because we have failed as parents to teach our children to understand their emotions. So when we see a man crying, we say, hey, men don't cry. Who told you? Who told you that men don't cry? And when you see an adult crying, no, you can't be crying. An adult cannot be. Who said so? Where is it written? Who has brought up that law? Let's allow people express their emotions per time. We must allow our children express their emotions per time. How do we go about this? You must understand the different emotions we have as parents. So, sometimes you are bored, sometimes you are angry, you are sad, you are happy. These are the various emotions that we display. So, when I'm happy, people know that I'm happy. I laugh, I smile, I go out of my way to even please the people around me and all that. When I'm sad, I'm moody, I'm just there, not wanting to talk to people and all of that. When I'm angry, violent outbursts of anger and all of that. The same way we go through these feelings, we have these different emotions, the same way our children have them. So when your child is angry, don't say, come on, get up, I don't know why you are getting angry. Something is making that child angry. So you must understand why your child is getting angry and then see how to intervene. See how to, so my child, when you get angry, instead of throwing tantrums or instead of fighting and biting, we can do it this way. Now you are redirecting that emotions. But saying to a child, you're always crying, you're always angry, you're always moody. Find out what is making this child moody, what is making the child crying, what is making the child angry and all of that. We must teach our children to name their emotions. A child should be able to tell, so I'm angry. A child should be able to tell, so I'm bored. I remember one time, when my daughter just, I think, clocked 7 or 8, or just between 7 and 9. The normal language then was, I'm bored. Hey, what's this boredom all about? Until I began to research and I saw that, it is something with the teenage age. They feel bored. Maybe for several factors. Not being allowed to, do what they want to do, not being allowed to be themselves, and all of that can cause them boredom. And so your child can be bored, your child can be angry, your child can anything. We must teach them how to name their emotions. Now, how do I begin to help my child with his emotions? So when your child says, I am angry, don't begin to bind and cast. I bind the spirit of anger. I whip, or you begin to beat. You, this angry spirit, use spirit of anger. I beat you, I whip you, I bind you. Find out, so my daughter or my son, let's talk about this. What's making you angry? So I am angry because you didn't allow me watch TV. I'm angry because you didn't allow me take the food I want. I'm angry because then you can now begin to redirect. So son, daughter, you may not always have your way. So when you don't have your way, it's not a time to get angry. You are redirecting it. Throwing of tantrums, locking themselves up in the room and all that. You now begin to redirect. So my daughter or my son, when you are angry, it's not time to throw tantrums. When you are angry, it's not time to misbehave. When you are angry, it's not. Validate their emotions. Let them know that yes, this emotion is something anybody can play out with. Even me as an adult, I can get angry. I can get worked up. I can get sad. So let your child not tell you, I have this feeling, and you are saying, I bind you, I cast you. No. First of all, you must validate. Let them know that, yeah, you are a human being. It is flesh and blood that is running. And so you have the right to be angry. You have the right to be sad. You have the right to be happy. You have the right to be bored and all of that. So you must learn to validate your children's emotion. Then, like I said, teach them how to label, how to name their emotions. Let a child be angry and be able to say, yes, I am angry. I am this. Let them be able to name the emotions that they have at the moment. Then encourage your children to express their emotions. A child locking themselves into the house or in the room is a way of expressing of emotion, but can be expressed better. So if there is anything that is making me angry and I want to be on my own at the moment, my child should be able to look at me and say, please, for now, I want to be alone. Sometimes I lock myself indoor and then I say to the people around me, for now, I want to be indoor. I don't want to talk. I am angry, but I just really want to be on my own. Your child should learn how to express their emotions positively. Are we saying it is not right to be angry? Very correct, very okay to be angry. But then we must learn how to express it positively. So instead of just going in to lock your door, instead of just throwing tantrums, looking for something to break and all of that, can we talk about this? And then, parents, sometimes I wonder how our children can't come to us for a talk. You must begin to make yourself available for your children to talk to. We see this negative emotion display, especially with parents who are not available for their children to talk to them. And so the only way I can express this is throw something, beat someone, bite, and all of that. When you give your children the opportunity to come to you at any time that they are not okay or at any time in life to express themselves, I'm telling you, you will raise better children. You will raise children who are able to manage any situation. You will raise children who are able to confront any challenge. Yes. So we must begin to make ourselves available for our children to be able to pour what that, emotions are. We must make ourselves available. A day should not pass, dear parents, and your child has not talked to you, even if it is 5 minutes. Even if it is 5 minutes. Something just happened during this midterm. I did something and then in the evening, my daughter just walked up to me, please, can you give me 5 minutes of your time? And I said, yes. And she said, the way you did this, I don't like. And so I asked her, I said, so let's look at, okay, so I'm sorry, first of all, the way you are feeling. I'm so sorry for the way you are feeling, but let's look at it this way. Deborah, this, and this. Should it be happening at this time? And she also said no. I said, so can you see that before I reacted, there was an action that is not supposed to be. And then we talked about it and we had an agreement. Tell me now, if that child is not opportune to talk to me, to be bottling these emotions. So my mother said this to me. She said that to me. And then the day she will explode, something terrible may happen. But if our children have the opportunities of coming to us at every instant and you clear the air, like I said, we had that discussion, we cleared the air and we are moving. This morning we have talked, we are good. Imagine if she does not have that opportunity. She's just be looking at me as one wicked one. We must learn to make ourselves approachable. If your child cannot approach you, who can the child now approach? We've, succeeded in raising children whose self-esteem have been damaged, starting from the home. When I see children with low self-esteem, I know it's a problem with the home. It's a problem with the home. A lot of parents have succeeded in raising children with damaged self-esteem because your child cannot approach you. Make yourself approachable. Make yourself approachable, to your child. And then you begin to teach self-regulation. There's a place of self-regulation. Teach your child what it means to be self-regulated. Self-regulation means that I'm able to control myself. I'm able to, before, my daughter has this funny habit or character. And then I noticed that in my school then, if they go for competition and they didn't win, come and see crying. And so we began to sing, champions don't cry, they celebrate. We looked for something to make them know that if you are a champion or you want to be a champion tomorrow, crying is not part of the deal. As in, any little thing you are shedding tears. It was just, my daughter, before you even say Jack, tears everywhere. I had to begin to teach self-regulation. You need to learn how to control yourself even when you don't win. I said winners don't lose and losers don't win. So when you cannot regulate your emotions, then there's a challenge. You fail today, it is not an opportunity to start crying. It is an opportunity to look at yourself and say, why did I fail? Is it that I didn't read well? Is it that I didn't practice well? Is it that something I didn't do well? You self-reflect and then you regulate yourself. Let's begin to teach our children. You need to teach your children to understand their emotions and then teach them to manage their emotions. Please do not forget to like, to subscribe, to comment. I will see you on my next. Thank you.